While we love a solid cruising boat around here at Practical Sailor, day sailors have been selling extremely well lately, and while they don't give you a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo downstairs, it hasn't stopped Saffier Yachts from selling their 33-foot sports car for the water like hotcakes. What do you buy for the person who has everything? They already have the sports car and a pair of fighter jet inspired jet skis, a lake house with an Airstream in the driveway. If they have a need for wind powered speed and evening sunset sails, Saffier may have just the right recipe. This is their 33-foot day sailor, and before you say no one buys a day sailor, they've been cooking up and selling over 160 hulls a year lately, all below 37 feet, so these things are gaining in popularity. Saffier, a Dutch company, has a philosophy of speed and exciting but comfortable day sailing before they worry about interior space and accommodation. You can still sleep on this thing, but that's not really what it's for. The vacuum-infused glass hull is solid below the waterline. It's cored above, with carbon fiber reinforcement in the hot spots. An optional full carbon spar package, all totaling a light displacement of just 6,614 pounds. The ballast to weight of just over 40% also means she's balanced and fairly comfortable for her size. You get 3 keel options here: the racy 6'11", the middle of the road 5'7", and the shoal 4'9", all bolted on lead with reinforcing stringers in the bilge. The 33 is about as sexy as sailboats come, with lines and performance on a level any Porsche owner would find very familiar. The twin helm is connected to a Jeffa rudder system with no play in the steering and just enough weather helm to let you know what's going on below as you rocket along. And yes, this boat is as fast as it looks, pushing 7s upwind, right to almost 30 degrees windward with a self-tacking jib. But when she comes off the wind and you deploy the Jenniker or the code from that bowsprit, she'll happily rock on in the double digits. Some owners have found the high teens in the right conditions. Comparably, this boat's PHRF rating of 102 as measured puts her right in line on the race course with a J110 or an Olsen 30. That's some serious speed around the marks performance, but she's significantly better looking than either the J or the Olsen. She's more sophisticated and classier. Neither the J or the Olsen give you the big sunbathing platform on the back, or the hideaway folding boarding ladder, or one of Saffier's party pieces, an app on your phone connected to all the boat's sensors and systems, with switches to turn lights on and off or the fridge on and off. Saffier is targeting an expensive price bracket here, and it shows. For handling the boat alone, she comes with full-on reversible electric 2-speed winches that have controls on both sides. So no matter which helm you find yourself at, you can run both winches without actually having to get up. And speaking of up, when you're plowing 30 degrees to weather, you shouldn't be able to overshoot it on this boat. No one so far has been able to make one round up. One test sail pushed her right to 45 degrees ahead, and the rudder held even in 18 to 20 knots almost on the nose. The hull is light and slippery and extremely strong thanks to Saffier's experience building fast little boats and generous use of carbon. At 36 feet with the sprit, she's 9 feet wide, so she'll gladly fit in your slip. And to get out of the slip, you have 2 engine choices. You can have the Yanmar 15 in sail drive, which is plenty of power for this light boat. Or if you're just going to be day sailing as intended, the more maintenance friendly option is the Torpedo Electric. Now, as a cruiser and long passage kind of guy, electric doesn't really suit me, but if I had this boat for its intended purpose, I likely would go electric. I just need to get in and out of the slip, and with a boat this size, ease of single handing, an assortment of sails, and speed through the water, I wouldn't be using the engine much anyway. Get me out of the slip and get one sail up, and I'm good. It's more like a laser than a cruising boat anyway. But it's not all lightning fast day sails and making those J boats sweat a little bit. You can sleep on this boat. You can have parties in the cockpit and take your friends for sunset sails. You can sleep inside, and there's a small toilet optional on the inside. While you won't get standing headroom or fine finishes, you do get enough to get inside out of the spray, enough to bring the kids with you and all the bells and whistles that your Porsche has. And the Porsche may not have back seats, but this does. Saffier claims the cockpit is good for up to 10 people, with someone perched out on that big sunbathing platform. This boat is very sexy and a beautiful thing to behold, but when it comes to price, you better be hanging on for this one. The old one, at 10 years old now, is going for near $200,000. For a little sports car that only works on the water, that's a lot of money. But if you want the new one that we were on, you better have deep pockets. We found a 2024 listed at $379 with the carbon package. If you want a brand new one right from the factory, you're pushing upwards of 600 grand. Now that's a heck of a lot for a day sailor. Even though it's beautiful and sexy and it does go really fast, it does give me an interest a bit in their older models. As they get older and the price comes down, I find myself with a certain respect for what they're doing here. A day sailor that's fast and beautiful. What do you guys think? Outside of the brand new price, which is insane, what do you think of the boat itself? Also, Practical Sailor is looking for talent. If you want to make some extra money and have something to contribute to the sailing world, we'd love to hear from you over at practical-sailor.com/apply. I'll see you guys next time.